this is Russ. Yeah, I'm back out on the road again. What am I riding today? This is the Himiway D5 2.0 26-inch version. Yeah, I've made modifications to this bike. Got a cell phone mount down here. Got a side view mirror. Got a front basket. Let's see, got to keep going a little bit here. Trying to figure out where I'm going here. A front basket, I got a bottle mount on the front basket with the water bottle there. Yeah. Okay, we're turning here too, all right. It's garbage pickup day today. Garbage pickup day, we've got to get out of the way. So you might notice I am in a different area. Yeah, this has been our project area for the last several months. Yeah, I've been gone out of my main area, right? Well, I've got a major announcement to make for the channel today. This is my main area going forward. What does that mean, Russ? Yeah, it means we've moved. That's what it means. We have moved. Where'd you go? Well, I never tell you guys anyways. I mean, we got to keep our privacy somehow. And if you know, keep it to yourself. Don't need to broadcast it to the world. But I'll tell you this. We were in the northwest suburbs. We were in the northwest suburbs for a while, right? And we've moved to the western suburbs of Chicago. Yep, western suburbs of Chicago. That's about all I'm going to tell you. And again, for those who know exactly where I am, keep it to yourself. I appreciate that. Yeah.
At the next stop sign, turn left.
So, why did we take so long to announce this? Well, we hadn't moved yet. We were still dealing with things.
At the stop sign, dismount and turn left onto 95th Street.
Dismount and turn left. Oh, I see what they're trying to do. They want us to, let's go up here. All right. They want us to essentially take this sidewalk thing. Now, here's the interesting thing. We'll talk about the move in a second here. I just want to get across here. All right. I took this path before, but I was on the road, on this busy road on the other side. They got this sidewalk here, right? Now the thing is that I checked with local law enforcement here, and they said I can't ride on the sidewalks. You know what? I see everybody riding on this particular sidewalk because this is the only safe thing to take unless you want to be on the fast road that's next to me, which I did the first time. But I think going forward, if I go to this area again, I'm taking this.
Remote and take a left. Continue over the bridge.
Continue over the bridge, okay. Yeah, water. Yeah, I like water. So anyway, yeah, we moved. Why'd you move? Well, we'll keep that as personal reasons, but we've decided to move into this area. Yeah. So, what does that mean to the channel? Well, here's the thing. I had not been very consistent in my uploads for the last couple of years, as you know. Especially this year, it's been really kind of on and off. You just don't know when something was going to come out. Well, now that we've moved, keep saying proceed to the route. Well, hey, it doesn't know where I am. The GPS doesn't know where I am. Well, hey, I am going in the correct direction because this is what I did last time. It'll probably pick up eventually. Yeah, there it goes. So anyway, nope, lost itself again. So going forward, moving to this area, there's a lot more paths and bike opportunities out here that we probably did not have at our old location. I just have to seek them out. I know there's a lot. You know, I haven't been out here now on and off for weeks. I see a lot of e-bikes out here. Yeah, a lot. So, so they're out here. It's just a matter of finding where these guys go. All right, it wants me to turn off over here on this street. Okay, I can do that. That means having to cross the street. This is the hardest part of this thing, is getting across without getting killed. 1, 2, 3, 4 lanes plus a turn lane. So, going forward, we should have better consistency in our videos, I think. You know, but of course, if weather's bad, then there's nothing I can do about that. But other than weather, I should have better chances. Now, I've been spending a lot of time packing, moving, driving here back and forth. I tell you, it's very tiring. And getting older now, too, it makes it that much more difficult. Yeah.
At the next stop sign, turn right.
So, yeah, this is a nice area, huh? Yeah, it's going to be my areas. It's going to be my areas going forward. Now, are we ever going to go back to the other area? No, we're too far. Yeah, we're actually too far at this point.
Turn right onto Sealer Drive, then turn right onto Knowles Road.
We're too far. We're going to have to stay in this general area. Now, I don't know the area well enough, but if you look at their neighborhoods here, these houses are pretty nice, huh? Yeah, they are. And so, we'll call this our home area going forward. Yeah, some of you guys are going to recognize this. I know a couple of you guys live out in this general area, so I think you'll be kind of surprised, right? Yep, you'll be kind of surprised. Hey, you might see me. If you see me out on the road, make sure you yell out, "Hey, Russ!" I usually stop. If I don't hear you, that's another story, but otherwise I usually will stop. And I've met, I think, 1 or 2 of you guys out here before, a couple years ago. So I know you guys are out here. This is a popular area, yeah. Western suburbs. Western suburbs of Chicago. Well, I'll tell you, the feel out here is different than where we had been for the last, how many years we lived out there? Quite a few. Just kind of getting used to, you know, how people do things out here. Getting used to the general area, the streets.
Turn right onto the path.
All right, I think we're pretty much good here. Let's cancel navigation.
Ending navigation.
All right, so we're out of here. Get rid of that thing. Yeah, I've done this area a couple times now. What is this? Maybe my 4th time out in this area in the last several years. Yeah, they got disc, what do they call it? Disc golf? Disc, somebody corrected me, I called it frisbee golf, because it's kind of like frisbee golf, right? On your left. Yeah, it's like frisbee golf out here. The thing is, if you throw a frisbee straight, no problem. I know a lot of people who throw a frisbee, it goes flying off to the side. Yeah, you gotta be careful then. You end up in the street. I guess it's the same for any type of golf type of thing. You know, you could slice a golf ball and it'll go off into the street. I've seen that a lot. in the other area. So anyway, I had a chance to talk to local law enforcement. I called them up. I asked them about these areas, and they said, well, you know, they don't really patrol this. Forest preserves and whatever will patrol that. So I called the forest preserve guys too, and they all said, no, your e-bike is welcomed. So just stay within the speed of the paths, and you'll be fine. Morning. So yeah, and then these signs that say no motor vehicles. Now they're talking about gas-powered motor vehicles. So yeah, having checked with the local area, they said no, your bike is fine. The things that they're more concerned with is the e-moto style bikes and bikes that don't have actual pedals that actually function. They don't particularly like those. But they said, you know, your bike will be okay. It's no problem. I'm hearing a little bit of clinking sounds. What's going on here? I check my gears here, make sure my gears are clearing it there. No, I still hear clinking. You hear that? No, it's gone now. I don't know what it is. Let me hop out and up and down a little bit. Let me see, bounce that off of there. Yeah, I don't know. Bikes sometimes make some noises. Makes you wonder. So anyway, I charged up my battery and decided to take this particular Himiway D5 2.0 out on this path as something to do. So yeah, that's the secret. Let me know too in the comments if you figured out that was the secret, that I was going to be moving. I tell you, the thing is, I'm not the one that's going fast here. So we had two guys who are not on e-bikes. They're going a lot faster than me. Yeah, so there's a lot of bike guys that are out in this area. This is not the only path. This is one of many out in this general area. The thing is, though, I've been more of a street type rider than a bike path type rider. So I don't know, will I switch and come back to bike paths? As long as they don't kick me out, you know. They don't kick me out. This is a nice path to take. Now, I debated about this particular bike because this bike is a little more intimidating looking. You know, these 4-inch fat tire bikes kind of stand out. If you're taking, say, one of the U-Free bikes or some other bike that is more of a commuter style or a hybrid style bike, you don't stand out quite as much on the path. But I hadn't ridden the 26-inch version of the bike in a while, so I says, yeah, well, I'm just going to take it. See if anyone calls me a cheater. Says, get off the path, you know. Don't know. When they don't make you feel welcome, you don't want to be there. That's the thing. But so far, I've not heard anybody say anything. In the several times that I've been out in this area riding my e-bike, there's a lot of people out here with e-bikes, a lot more than where I was. This is a loud bell. And what about the other bells I used to always use? Yeah, I stopped putting them on because I put them on and then I take them off, you know, because sometimes the bikes get sewed and then I need it for the next bike, and so I kind of stopped doing that. I figured if the bells that come with it are loud enough and they're not obtrusive, I would leave the bells on. people have asked me too in the past, you know, do you change out the saddle still? Do you do this and that? Here's one thing I do, is that if the saddle height isn't high enough, I do change out the seat post many times, because I don't enjoy the ride if I don't get a good enough leg extension. So I will change out things like seat post height. I don't know if I can make it through or not. No, I guess not. We're gonna stop. Stop, make sure we are safe to go or not go. So I think we'll just hit the crosswalk thing here, and then we'll just wait our turn. I'm in no rush today. So yeah, that's the secret. Yeah, like I said, if you figured out, well, he's probably moving, put that comment. Don't mention where I moved to. But again, a lot of the signs are out there. You can see it. You can figure it out. But I'm not going to mention it, and I appreciate it if you don't either. Just you guys look at the signs and you decide, right? That's half the fun. Western suburbs of Chicago. Well, I'll tell you, out here is a little bit different feeling compared to where we were. Where we were is mostly feels like a city. Yeah, out here, yeah, you've got farmlands and stuff still out here. Yeah, certain areas, you go to a certain area, you'll find, I think I can just pass this. There's nobody here. Let me at least cross over here. Otherwise I'll be waiting forever. Let me hit this other button. That's the button we really need. So, no, if you look in certain areas, oh, time to go. You'll find some areas look like farm area. Yeah, corn and everything growing out here. So, it's a different feel. Yeah, it's a different feel. Let's let these guys go by here first. Side-by-side riding in a single lane is kind of hard to do. It's hard for me. Share the trail, it says. Okay. So, yeah. Many years ago, when we first moved back from San Diego back to the Chicago area, we moved into this general area. Not this particular neighborhood, but we were here in the general area for a couple years before we moved to where we are now. Or were, I should say. So it's not unfamiliar to us, but we were away from this area for, I don't know, 30 years maybe? The area has changed. Yeah, it has changed dramatically. I mean, some things are exactly the same. Some of the major roads are exactly the same, but a lot of things got built up out here, and some other things are still exactly the same. You know, some things, like I said, are still farm area. Morning. So, so it's interesting to be back, but not really back, I would say, because we're not 100% familiar with everything that's out here. So it's like a new adventure for me to be in this general area again. I've never been on these paths, but again, without a bike or something like that. I typically would not be walking this. As you know, I have an issue with walking, especially now. Back then, maybe not so much, right? But I wouldn't be doing it. I'm not your typical walker jogger. So the bike has given me some additional freedoms that I never thought I'd be able to do, but I'm doing now. And the funny thing is, you know, still talking to some of the knee patients that find my knee replacement videos that were done essentially 7 years ago, 5.5 to 7.5 years ago. I was doing videos about my knee replacement. People still find those videos and they still ask me questions. How am I doing? Now, some people think it's, you know, oh, the video just came out. This poor guy's got an issue. No, it's been since I got better, it's been 5.5 years, 7.5 years since the start of the whole ordeal. I mean, maybe it's 7 or 8 years now. I don't know. Like, I don't keep track too much. But they ask me questions all the time, and I do my best to. This stuff is overgrown. I'm ducking so I don't get hit in the face by the leaves that are hanging. I do my best to answer their questions about how I'm doing currently, and I do a lot to try to encourage them, because there's a lot of almost like lost hope. You can hear it in the comments. You know, when you're reading it, you can just hear it, right? You read it, you hear it. But you know what I mean. Yeah, look how low this stuff is hanging. I got to go around it, get hit in the face. So, but because they still have these issues, on occasion you'll see me do reviews of things like mobility scooters still, because I actually still use a mobility scooter. Yeah, you might not know it, but I do. If I'm going someplace far, or where I know I'm going to have to walk for a distance, I take the scooter. I do. You know, when I go on cruises, I take the scooter. Cruise ships are very long walkings, right? I'm not walking that, forget it, I would never make it. Plus, if they go on the excursions, I can't handle that, so I take the scooter. So I'll be doing a review of a scooter shortly. I was in contact with a scooter manufacturer who wants me to review their scooter. We had quite a long talk on email back and forth. I'm trying to clarify with them about their scooter, and I asked them a lot of questions about it, and issues regarding lithium-ion batteries versus sealed lead-acid batteries, which essentially is like a car battery, right? That's what my current scooter has. And then FAA regulations of bringing scooters on the airplane and all that, lithium-ion issues on the airplane. So we got that all cleared up. So I'll be doing a review of a scooter in the future. I don't know how long it'll be. It could be within 3 weeks to a month or something like that. So if you've got mobility issues or knee issues, or you have friends or family who have issues that needs a scooter, keep your eye out for that review, okay? And I will continue to take stuff like that. He's moving along at a good pace. Better than me. So don't be surprised if you see that on Russ's Right, because again, like I said, Russ's Right started out as a knee replacement channel. So I have not abandoned the knee guys. I never abandon those guys if they have questions about knee issues and stuff. I don't give them medical advice. I just encourage them to keep working. Give them a little bit of hope that things can be done. I said, you know, look at a guy like me who had 2 years with his knee, had problems, and now I'm reviewing e-bikes. I couldn't even do a full rotation on a stationary bike when my knee was messed up. Think about that. Yeah. So I let them know, you know, if I can do it, you can do it, right? So anyway, what do you think about this area? Take a look at what we're looking at here. What do you think about this? Yeah, it's different. I know a lot of you guys prefer that you see videos of me riding on bike paths or walking paths or whatever you want to call these paths. Others would like to see me on gravel, which I won't do. Got to protect my knee. I could only see myself spilling on gravel. That would not be good for my knee. So certain things I do, and certain things I don't do. It's just the way I am. All right, back on the path. Back on the path. Yeah, water. See, look at that. I like places with water, as you know. I don't know. I just feel good about it when I see water. Yeah, nice. So, my opportunities to ride around water paths have definitely increased with this move. We'll see more of the things. We'll probably go around here more often than not. It's a little bit closer by for me. What are those things? Egrets? Yeah. Egrets hanging out there. So if you see me in new areas, this is the reason why. Yeah, like I said, let me know if you figured out that, yeah, he's planning a move. I would be surprised if you didn't figure that out. Why would a guy be back and forth so many times, right? No, we wanted to move our small stuff first, before the truck moves all the big stuff. Some stuff is, too easy to break, and I think if they put it on a truck, it actually makes it tougher, or easier to break, I should say. So we moved a lot of things on our own, back and forth. A lot of drive. I felt like a Uber driver. I was driving so much, and then when the time came, truck drivers move all our stuff, right? Now, here's the thing. I'm actually recording this video before we have actually technically moved, but by the time you see the video, we would have already moved. So I'm talking about it like we've already moved, because by the time you see it, we would have already moved, but technically I haven't actually physically moved it yet. We got about a week before the actual move happens, so I can't tell you any details about the move other than the fact that by the time you see it, we've already moved. Yeah. So anyway, today I waited a little bit before heading out because they said dense fog. I can see some haze. Yeah, that's that. If you see haze out in the area, it's not from the wildfire smoke or anything like that. It's just it was really foggy this morning. They said the fog would lift by about 8 a.m. I don't know what time is it now. It's 8:15 right now, so the fog is essentially lifting. So, gave him the head nod. He gave me a head nod. The head nod. Yeah, nobody wants to lift their arms, and hey, he's bending over. He's got a road bike. He's bending over. He's not going to lift his arm to wave. Give a head nod. Yeah, it's a nice area here. Now, I have to decide, where am I going to do my reviews when I get stuff for reviews? I would always use the same area in the past to do a review. I always find water. I'm going to have to find some water. I don't think I'd do it out here. This path is a little too busy all the time. I don't want to be doing it in front of people, right? So I'm going to have to find some other areas. But if you watched my other videos, you'll notice that there are some areas that had water. They're kind of residential areas. I don't know. I've got to stake it out. Find out how many people hang out in that particular area. See if it's doable for me. Now, this path will go in different routes that sprout out of it. I haven't ventured out into those areas yet. I will eventually. But for today, just doing this talk with you guys, and kind of staying in the area that I know that I've been to. This is, like I said, I think this is like my 4th time coming out here. So, yeah, I wouldn't do it out here. I think, thinking back, I think I did do, well, I don't know if it was an actual review or it was just talking about the bike. I remember stopping out and talking about the bike out here a couple years ago. Maybe it was the Magicycle commuter bike or something like that we were talking about. But yeah, people, you know, walking by you and coming by you and all that stuff. You know, I'd rather be kind of like on my own when I do those reviews. And I'll find a suitable spot. Yeah. See, over here they've got like a whole parking area here, and during the weekends and stuff they'll be kind of busy. So just like at the other place, I probably won't be riding during the weekends. That's when everyone comes out. My favorite times to ride is when nobody's around. I can own the place to myself. That's my favorite type of thing. So weekdays, early in the mornings, that type of thing. That's usually when I will go riding. Cool days are good. Russ does not do hot. I told you guys. Heat and Russ does not match. Too cold and me doesn't match either. A lot of geese out here. The thing with the geese, you gotta watch where you're rolling over. You roll over some bird poop. You hear them honking. Those things are vicious too, by the way. They'll attack you. They'll attack you. You gotta be careful. All right. So yeah, let me know what you think. Yeah. Did you guess it? Did you guess the area without saying the area? Did you guess it? Did you read it on signs? Yeah, you could read the signs. You can figure it out. I'm gonna follow this guy, I guess, throughout. I have to make this turn here. Yeah, follow him out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check my crank. I think it's the crank set that's making clicking noises. I'm not sure. It only seems to happen when I'm pedaling. And when I'm throttling, we don't hear it. So yeah, it's gotta be something in the crank. Maybe something needs to be tightened down a little bit better. Oh well, hey, you know, it's a mechanical thing, right? A bike. You gotta maintain it, you gotta check things over. I think what I need to start doing too, which I haven't done in a while, is carry my tools with me. Put the tools on the back of the rack. I used to do that all the time. When I first started out, I had the Rad Rover 5, way back in the day. Yeah, I carried everything in the world. I had panniers in the back and everything, and carried all the tools and everything with me. But I ended up stopped doing that. Maybe I need to start carrying some basic tools at least. So, all right, let's pass through here. Good morning. All right. So I needed to pass through there. I didn't want to be behind him. So let's speed up a little bit. He'll follow us. Yeah, we passed those guys before. They're still running. We're still coming. Yeah, see, when your headlights are on, people notice you. I just noticed the lady had her headlight on. I should really turn my headlights on too. It's not the brightest day right now. It's overcast. Let's see. Which one turns the light on? This one. No, that's not the thing. This one. There we go. Angle it down. Blind somebody. No, the first button was the power button. I'm going to shut the whole bike down. No, the first one was the power button. Usually it's the up arrow, up button on your pedal assist levels. If you hold that down, it usually turns on headlights. So if you had to guesstimate something, guess that first. That is what people see you, you know. Yeah, I hear the clicking. Something is not quite right. All right, we're gonna pass this guy here. On your left. I just wanted to pass by him. I've been following him for a while, so time to pass him up. So, anyway, I don't know what the speed limit on this is. Probably, I'm going to guess 15. I'm going a little bit fast, but I wanted to pass. Leave them in the dust for a little bit. In the head nod. Gotta do the head nod. I always get a kick saying head nod. I don't know why. So yeah, the area is very nice. The biggest issue I have with this move is I feel sad, leaving our friends behind, because we won't see them that often anymore. And so I'm sad about that. But it was time to move on. And so we did. Yep. So we did. Now, on the More From Russ channel, I made a video already, which will be released probably, I don't know, maybe the same day I release this one. We'll see. Maybe a day after. Saying goodbye to my friends at Costco. Because I won't be seeing them either. So, which makes me sad. And as you know, I went to Costco on a daily basis almost. Get a slice of pizza, get a Coke Zero, which I still prefer Diet Pepsi, by the way. But yeah, we won't be seeing them anymore. So I'm sad about that. Sad about not seeing our neighbors anymore, and other friends that live in that general area. And we'll have get-togethers every now and then, but we're just not going to see them as often as we typically would have, because you're in the area. So yeah, this is a tough move for us. Yeah, I don't think we've ever felt quite like this on any of our other moves that we've done. And we've done a lot of moves over the years, besides moving across the country. It's the excitement of being in a new area, but also the sadness of missing your friends because of the move. So yeah, I guess that's the way it is. This will be our final move. Of course, we said that on the last time. But I'm pretty sure this is our final move. We're never going to move again. People will be moving us out, if you get my drift. Yeah. No, too old. We're getting too old. You don't want to keep moving all the time. Like I said, it was a difficult move. The packing and everything that you do, it's just, you ache more because it's harder on your body as you're getting older. So, yeah, I think something like this, we could have loaded a truck on our own back in the day. Not anymore. No, I need professional help. I can't go up and down stairs in the basement and things like that. Dragging boxes is just too much. I think I can go here because it's green, but technically it hasn't turned. But usually you hit this button here just to let it know that you want to cross. Okay, time for me to cross. But I can't position this bike too easily. All right, well, gonna do it. So we got 10 seconds. No, I can't maneuver a heavy bike like this. If they get off to push that button and then get back in position to cross over is not an easy thing. And I'm ducking leaves, ducking tree branches. So yeah, I think when you get older, many people feel that they need to make the move before they can't make the move. The thing is, a lot of people move to places like Florida, Arizona. Yeah, that's not me. Russ don't do hot, I told you. That's not me. I mean, I visited Phoenix, Arizona, almost died out there. It was so hot. Of course, Lectric made us go out on the bikes at 104 degrees. Yeah, it was too hot, man. I don't care if they say, oh, it's dry weather. Man, it was still hot. I don't do hot. Good to visit you guys, but man, I couldn't live there. No way. I would not be able to survive. So I stay in the same general area. I'm still in Illinois, right? Different area of Illinois, but here's the thing, you know, when we moved to California, I always said I was interested in going out to California because, you know, you see the mountains and all that kind of stuff out in those general western areas, and we don't have that here, but we do have quite a bit of hills and inclines and everything here. And like I said, some areas are kind of like farmland. It's not kind of, they are farmland. They're growing corn and everything out there. You know, if I go far enough out, I can see all that. So it's kind of almost like living out in the country a little bit, you know, but not really. You're still in a regular town, and so yeah, I think we'll enjoy being here, but again, sad to not be able to see our friends as often anymore. It makes some new friends, like they said. Yeah, but I don't like losing my old friends either. Yeah, you don't lose them, but you don't see them as often anymore. So that's the story, guys. Yeah, that's the story. Hey, I appreciate you following along and keeping me company on this ride. It's again another long ride, but I felt that you guys deserve to hear what's been going on, and you'll be seeing more of this going forward. The channel will shift into streets and paths. Let's see here. Had to concentrate on that. Got heavy traffic. So anyways, yeah, follow along. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do that. It will help me quite a bit. And more reviews are coming as well. So yeah, hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't done it. Have more adventures to come. Talk to you guys next time. Put a comment. Let me know what you think. Talk to you guys next time.